Breaking up with someone is never easy, and there is often a lot of confusion and conflicting advice about how to do it. Should you be honest and tell your ex why you're breaking up, or is it better to just keep it simple? In this video, we'll explore the pros and cons of telling your ex why you're ending the relationship and provide some guidance on how to make the best decision for you. The importance of closure. Breaking up with someone can be a difficult and emotionally challenging experience, and it's natural to want some form of closure when the relationship ends. Closure can provide a sense of understanding, acceptance, and resolution, and can help you move forward with your life. However, the question of whether or not to tell your ex why you're breaking up is a complicated one. On one hand, providing a clear and honest explanation for your decision to end the relationship can help your ex understand where you're coming from, and can help them begin their own process of closure. It can also give you a sense of closure, as it allows you to express your thoughts and feelings, and take ownership of your decision to end the relationship. On the other hand, telling your ex why you're breaking up can be incredibly painful for both of you. Your ex may feel hurt, angry, or betrayed by your decision, and may not be able to process the information in a healthy way. They may also try to convince you to change your mind, or to reconsider your decision, which can make it difficult for you to stick to your decision and move on. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to tell your ex why you're breaking up will depend on your individual circumstances, as well as your relationship with your ex. If you have a close, respectful, and communicative relationship, it may be possible to have an honest and constructive conversation about your reasons for breaking up. However, if your relationship is fraught with tension, conflict, or emotional baggage, it may be best to simply communicate your decision to end the relationship, and to give both yourself and your ex some space to process the information and begin the process of closure. When you should tell your ex. Deciding whether or not to tell your ex why you're breaking up can be a difficult decision to make. While honesty and communication are important in any relationship, there are certain situations where it may not be necessary or beneficial to divulge your reasons for ending the relationship. One situation where it may be important to tell your ex why you're breaking up is if your reasons directly involve them. For example, if your ex was abusive, cheating, or engaging in other harmful behaviors, it may be important to communicate this to them in order to protect yourself and prevent them from repeating these actions in future relationships. On the other hand, if your reasons for breaking up have more to do with your own personal growth and needs, it may not be necessary or helpful to share this with your ex. If your ex is likely to react negatively or become argumentative, it may be best to simply state that you've decided to end the relationship without going into detail about your reasons. Ultimately, the decision to tell your ex why you're breaking up is up to you. Consider your own needs and the potential consequences of your actions before making a decision. If you do choose to communicate your reasons, be clear, concise, and respectful in your approach. Remember that this is a difficult time for both you and your ex, and handling the breakup with grace and compassion can help both of you move forward in a healthy way. When you should not tell your ex. While communication is crucial for a healthy relationship, there may be instances where telling your ex why you're breaking up may do more harm than good. Here are some situations where you should refrain from explaining your reasons for the breakup. 1. If your ex is abusive. If your partner has a history of physical or emotional abuse, it's best to leave the relationship without explaining why. Providing a reason may give them the opportunity to blame you or use the information to further harm you. 2. If your ex is emotionally unstable. If your partner struggles with mental health issues and has a history of reacting negatively to rejection or criticism, telling them why you're ending things may trigger them and put both of you in danger. 3. If your ex has already moved on. If your ex has moved on and is happy in another relationship, explaining your reasons for breaking up may create unnecessary drama and cause tension between them and their new partner. 4. If your reasons are hurtful or unnecessary. If your reasons for ending things are petty, hurtful, or unnecessary, it's best to keep them to yourself. Telling your ex why you're breaking up may cause unnecessary pain and create further animosity between you two. In all situations, consider the potential consequences of sharing your reasons for breaking up. If there's a risk of physical or emotional harm or it may cause further hurt or drama, it may be best to leave it unsaid. Remember, closure comes from within, and you don't owe anyone an explanation if it jeopardizes your safety or well-being. How to communicate your reasons for breaking up. Breaking up with someone can be difficult, and explaining the reasons behind it can be just as challenging. But if you decide to tell your ex why you're breaking up, it's important to communicate your reasons clearly and honestly. Here are some tips on how to do so. 1. Be honest and straightforward. Avoid beating around the bush or making vague statements. Your ex deserves to know the truth, so be clear and direct about why you're ending the relationship. 2. Avoid blame and criticism. It's important to communicate your reasons for breaking up without attacking or criticizing your ex. Instead of saying things like "you're always so selfish," try framing it in a way that focuses on your own feelings, such as "I don't feel like my needs are being met in this relationship." 3. Use I statements. Instead of saying things like "you did this" or "you never did that," use I statements to explain how you feel. For example, say "I don't feel valued in this relationship" instead of "you never make me feel valued." 4. Listen to their response. After you've communicated your reasons, allow your ex to respond. Be prepared for a range of reactions, from sadness to anger, and listen to what they have to say without interrupting or getting defensive. 5. Stick to your decision. If you've decided to break up, it's important to stick to your decision. Your ex may try to convince you to change your mind or offer to make changes, but if you've made up your mind, it's important to be firm and clear about your decision. Breaking up is never easy, but by communicating your reasons honestly and clearly, you can help both you and your ex move forward. Handling reactions from your ex. Breaking up with someone can be a tough situation, not just for the person doing the breaking up, but also for the person on the receiving end of the news. After you tell your ex why you are breaking up with them, it is natural for them to have a variety of reactions. It is important to handle these reactions with compassion and understanding. 1. Give them time to process their emotions. Your ex may be feeling a range of emotions like anger, sadness, or confusion. Give them the time they need to process their emotions without trying to convince them to feel differently. Allow them to express themselves, but also set boundaries to ensure the conversation remains respectful. 2. Avoid arguments or getting defensive. It is normal for your ex to have questions or disagreements about your reasons for breaking up. It's important to stay calm and avoid getting defensive. Listen to their perspective and be honest about why you made the decision to end the relationship. 3. Don't lead them on. While it may be tempting to try and soften the blow by saying things like "let's still be friends" or "maybe in the future," it's important to be honest and straightforward. Don't lead your ex on by giving them false hope of reconciliation or staying in touch if you don't plan to. 4. Seek support from others. Dealing with the aftermath of a breakup can be emotionally draining. Reach out to trusted friends or family members to talk through your feelings and seek support. It can also be helpful to see a therapist or counselor to process your emotions. 5. Allow space for healing. Once you have communicated your reasons for the breakup, it's important to give your ex space to heal and move on. Avoid constant contact or checking up on them, as this can hinder their healing process and make it harder for both of you to move on. Breaking up with someone is never easy, but handling the reactions of your ex with empathy and respect can make the situation less painful for both parties. Remember to take care of yourself during this process and seek support when needed. Moving forward after the breakup. Breaking up with someone can be difficult, but it's important to remember that it's not the end of the world. While it can be painful, it's essential to keep moving forward with your life and focusing on yourself. One way to move forward after a breakup is to surround yourself with friends and family who support you. Lean on them for emotional support, but be sure not to isolate yourself from other people. It's also essential to take care of your physical health by eating healthy foods, getting regular exercise, and getting enough sleep. Another way to move forward is to engage in activities that you enjoy and that make you happy. Whether it's a hobby you love or spending time outdoors, do things that bring you joy. Take the time to learn new things or start new projects to keep your mind occupied and engaged. If you find yourself struggling to move on from the breakup, consider seeking professional help. Therapy or counseling can provide valuable support and guidance to help you process your emotions and develop healthy coping mechanisms. In summary, moving forward after a breakup is about taking care of yourself and finding ways to stay positive and focused on the future. With time and self-care, you can overcome the pain of a breakup and come out stronger on the other side. We hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel for more. Thank you, and we hope to see you in the next one.